This is Jim Nailon, liturgical guitarist. I'm going to share my arrangement again of I Have Loved You by Michael Jonkis. I'll play through it first and then we'll go through and talk about it. Okay, so I have a video I made about 10 years ago of this. And in that video, my other cat, Sonny, was walking through. Sonny's passed away, but we got Leah and her sister during the pandemic. And Leah, this is her first day being in any movies. So that other video was made with my old Zoom Q3 or something camera, and it for some reason the background was shifting in it, and somebody made the comment they liked the video but they had to stop watching because it made them sick to their stomach. So I figured it was time to redo that video as well. So this has been, I've had this, and in those days I couldn't share the sheet music. Now I can. The sheet music I think I've had available for a few years. I just never got around to doing the video. So you can get this. It's a $2 arrangement on my website, liturgicalguitarist.com. So let's go through this real quick. Do a lot of sliding up to this D chord. It's a D chord on the 5th fret. It's a partial D chord from this bar D, which is like the A chord, B flat, B, C, C sharp, D. So it's just using part of it, and since it's a D, I can use the open bass. And in the Michael Jonkis arranges this with chords over D, then E minor and F sharp, both over a D bass. So that makes it nice and easy on the guitar. So up to this D, and then up to this E minor. And this one I have my first finger on the 7th fret of the 1st string, 2nd finger on the 8th fret of the 2nd string, 3rd finger on the 9th fret of the 3rd string. So this is like a E minor barred here, but only part of it, and I'm using over the D bass. So, and then slide up 2 more frets to an F sharp minor, same fingering on the, starting here on the 9th fret. So your fingers on the 9th, 10th, and 11th fret. And the little finger gets the melody note here on the 12th fret of the 2nd string, and then the melody's on the 10th fret. You already have that down, of the 2nd string, and then the 3rd string there. So And then this is a shift here. You got to shift from this way up here down to a B minor, barred on the 2nd fret. Standard fingering for a B minor. So, and your guide finger on that shift is going to be your 2nd finger. You can kind of get a little, you can hint at some glissando here on your 3rd finger. It would slide. So your melody's going. But you can't. You have to change fingers when you get down here for that note. So, but the trick is sliding on your 2nd finger. And that's something you'll just have to practice going from. Try and make it as quick as you can. You can get it with practice. And then to a G major 7th. It's your 2nd and 1st finger here. And that's an A7 sus2. Just the 3 open strings. And then little finger on the 2nd fret of the 1st string. And slide it to the 7th fret. Back into that D chord that we started with, and then down to an A7. Little hammer on here. And then 2nd measure of the 2nd line. So hammer on the open E to the 2nd fret on that D, and then slide on your 3rd finger to the 7th fret, and then the melody note is here on this D chord, the same one we've been using. Then up to the E minor, and then up to the F sharp minor. And you pause this time. That measure gets a whole 4 beats. Last time, or the chord does. Last time the B minor only had 2 beats, so it lengthens there, and you'll see you have that 2/4 bar on the F sharp minor before it to make that add up. Back to the G major 7th, and then an A sus2. D, just a regular D chord. And a hammer on. Okay, so that's the refrain. The verse is start on this a D chord, but this is a D chord like a G chord. Taking a G and bar. I bring it up here. So anyway, it's you got your 1st finger's barring on the 7th fret of the guitar on the, kind of a half bar there, and then your little finger is playing up on the 10th fret, and then to an A, and this A looks like it's fingered like a D chord is way down here, but that's a D, E, F, G, A up here when you play it up on the 9th fret. So, and then you slide on your 3rd finger up to the 12th fret on the 2nd string from the 10th to the 12th fret, and then you as you do that slide, get your first and 2nd finger. Your 1st finger is getting ready to drop a bar down on the what is that? The 8th fret, yeah. And your 2nd finger is getting ready to play something there. Let's see, what are we playing? Oh, playing the 9th fret of the 3rd string. And you get your 3rd finger on the 10th fret of the 4th string. So that's a C chord. Normal barred C chord there would be a full bar like that. You don't need the 5th string. And then you have to hammer on, and with your little finger here from while you're holding that chord, hammer on the 8th to the 10th fret on the first string. There, I did it. When I was playing it, I couldn't do it. I used to be able to do that real easy, but I've gotten arthritis in that little finger and some of these things in my hands, and I have to, sometimes I have to lift that chord up to get that hammer on anymore. I'm getting old. There, I did it. And then sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. Then to the E minor on the 7th fret, just a regular bar. Your melody's on the 1st string and then the 2nd string. And then back to this D chord. And when you go to this D chord, don't try and get everything down at once. Just try and get your 1st finger there. And then you have time to put the 3rd and 4th finger. Because if you try and get that whole chord, you may, if you're a better guitar player than me, you'll be able to get it. But if not, you'll find that you can keep the legato going by just going to that 1st. And then you got an 8th note of time to put these 2 down, and they're already right there anyway, so it's easy. And then put your 2nd finger down on the 6th fret of the 3rd string. And then slide on your little finger. Ooh, that's a mistake there. I got to fix that. I'll fix that in the sheet music. Boy, the old sheet music shows that sliding on the 1st string. But it's actually happening on the 2nd string from the 7th fret to the 9th fret. Sorry about that, folks. If you ever find mistakes in my arrangements, be sure to email me or through the contact form on the website, and I'll fix them. But I'm human. I make a lot of mistakes. And then to this D7. And this is a regular bar D7, full bar. And then again, hammer on with the little finger, 5th fret to the 7th fret, and I have to sometimes I have to lift the chord off. It's better if you don't do that. And then to a G chord, and again, I'm not playing the full G, I'm just playing then my little finger on the 5th fret of the 2nd string, sliding up to the 7th fret, and then drop down an A chord. And again, not a full A chord, just I'm keeping my little finger free for some hammer-ons. And then little finger down on the 7th fret of the 3rd string, and then the open 1st string, and then back to the signo at the start, back to the start. Did it that way, or you could. I think I did it. Sliding on the 3rd finger from the 3rd fret to the 7th fret, and then play the 1st finger there, and then harmonics here on the 7th fret of the 2nd and 3rd strings. When you do that, you want to bring your right hand down a little bit towards the bridge. Because if there's a place up here where you won't get any sound, but as long as you're back over the middle of the sound hole or back, you'll get a good harmonic there. Anyway, somebody settled down. That's all I have on that one. I hope that's helpful, and I'll circle the sheet music and fix that error in there, so that if you've bought this in the past, hopefully you've figured that out. It's only sold a couple copies, so it hasn't affected too many people. But if you get this sheet music, hopefully I should have it corrected here today. Anyway, that's all I have for you on this one. Look for more arrangements on liturgicalguitarist.com. I pray God blesses you playing, and I wish you peace.